possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and the support of our kids.
Well, good evening, Bolivar basketball fans. I'm Dwayne Banner, and I'm with Josh Berry tonight, and we are here at Willard High School for the start of the 25-26 campaign, Josh. We want to thank our sponsors tonight. We have Mid-Missouri Bank, who's our game sponsor, and we appreciate their support last year as they were the sponsor, our game sponsor each game last year. And this year they've chose to do that again. We have some other sponsors we'll be mentioning throughout the evening for different things. But Josh, talk about these Liberators, guys we have coming back. We have several. We have 3 starters back from last year's season, in which the Liberators ended up, I believe, 16-11 last year.
Yep.
With a loss in the district championship game. And I know they would like to get back to that very same thing. I did notice that our district has changed for next year, and there's some pretty good competition in that this year. I know Rogersville is in there, but no reason to be talking about districts right now. We haven't even played the first second of the game. So let's talk about these guys. Starters, Colton Ingold, Matt Giglio, and
Kenyon Adams,
3 starters we have back. Guys that really contributed last year, good players for us. And then Wyatt Campbell came off the bench last year. I called him the spark plug because it always seemed like that he really brought the energy when he came into the game. And he'll be in the starting lineup tonight along with Lucas Polk.
Yep. So we're going with a pretty tall lineup compared to what we had last year, and of course we've got some shoes to fill. Brody and Gardner were pretty key players for us last year, but I'm pretty excited about this group. I didn't get to be at the Jamboree, but I got to watch some of it, and seems like these guys are really unselfish. They move the ball really well. They don't really care who is scoring as long as the team's scoring, and that's a really good asset to have on a basketball team.
Absolutely, Josh, and you're very accurate in saying that. My brother and I felt like that we really, like you said, moved the ball really well, passing up a good shot to get a better shot, and that's typical Robbie Hoig type basketball.
Yep.
And we hit shots. We hit shots when we were open. I felt like our pressure on defense was very good. We caused lots of turnovers, caused guys to make mistakes that may not have been merited without our pressure defense out on the ball. Our ball pressure was really good, and playing Pierce City Republic, and who was the other one?
Who was
Pierce City Republic, and
was it Glendale or was it Lebanon? That's right.
Lebanon, because we had we had Brandon Emmert and
Bolivar,
Brian Toombs, ex alumni for Bolivar.
Yep.
So anyway, lost my train of thought there, Josh.
So we're going after Harrison, who won this tournament last year. And one thing Harrison has against us is that they've already played 4 games this year, Dwayne.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
They are 1-3, but you're right. That's a big deal. Coaches always say it's that between games 2 and 3 is when you make your most improvement, because you get those pregame jitter or the season jitters out of the way at that first game. And of course the Jamboree's got to help some with that.
It does. And it's hard for me to do research on these guys because we don't play comparable teams. So you look at all the teams they've played, some of them I've never heard of before. And a little shout out to Missouri and Misha and how they set up our online system. It's really easy to do research on Missouri teams. I found it quite hard to do it on the Arkansas teams. They just don't have the same system. But they've had some close games. They have lost 3 of them, but it wasn't any of them were no blowouts. So I expect good competition tonight.
Well, and I think the Liberators will compete well too. And we'll just kind of have to see what happens.
Yeah, and they don't have heights on the program, but this is one of the few times where I don't think we're outsized. So I think if we can move the ball be quick like we expect us to be and just take care of things, I think we've got a really good shot tonight.
Be a good way to open the season here. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back. We'll talk about the rest of the week as far as what it looks like if we win or lose, and then we'll have the starting lineups, and we'll get ready to start this game here in about 5 minutes. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com, and you're listening to Your Country 99.
You're listening to 99.1 KYOO halfway, 1200 AM KYOO, and 102.9 K275 CD Bolivar.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Midmo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Midmo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Midmo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic, they're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small, from intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming. They've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
What would happen to your kids, home, finances, or even your business in an unexpected life event? At Ankrum Law, we understand that planning for the future is a gift to your loved ones. This is Jesse Ankrum, and I'm ready to help you secure your legacy with expert guidance in estate planning. From wills to trust, we provide comprehensive solutions tailored to your unique needs. For more information or to book your free estate planning consultation, visit AnkramLawFirm.com. Ankrum Law, helping you protect what matters most.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where your Bolivar Liberators are set to take on Harrison out of Arkansas. And Dwayne, this is the first game of the Willard tournament across all the varsity squad. Of course, we got the 4 o'clock game. There is this is the only game at 4 o'clock. There's another one tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So we take on Harrison today. If we win that game, the next game would be Friday in this main gym at 4 o'clock. If we happen to lose, we'd be at 5:30 on Friday, and that would be in the Willard Middle School gym. So a lot of games. They also have a futures, what I would call junior varsity. We call that futures now, but they have a futures tournament going on too. And I think there's also a ladies tournament they're trying to work gym space in, so it's kind of all over the place.
It is. They have a lot of basketball over here, so if you don't have anything to do or you love basketball, this is a good place to be this week. All the way from girls basketball to JV basketball, varsity boys basketball. Yeah. Had some really good teams on the girls' side last year. I know, Stratford obviously, has been good for a lot of years, and Skyline, I don't know if they made it over here, but there was some really good games over here a couple of years ago. So, actually, we do have that schedule if we want to look at it.
Well, and speaking of ladies basketball, our Lady Liberators got a win over Osceola in the Mooresville tournament. They won 58-35, and their next game is Friday at 6:20. So a good start for our Lady Liberators as well.
Absolutely, and we're about ready to get started here. We got about 1:17 to go, and I don't know if we're going to have a national anthem or not here or not. We'll figure that out, but we'll take one last break here before we get back to action. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening to Your Country 99.
No matter where this season takes you, the Bank of Missouri is here. We know a better life begins with a secure financial future. As a community bank, we work with you to understand your priorities and the changes that affect your finances. So wherever life takes you, we're here to help, just like we have been for 130 years. Get started at bankofmissouri.com. Live well, play well, bank well.
Welcome back to Willard High School. Just about ready to go here. We'll have the starting lineups for you. Josh is going to give those to you, and we're still waiting to see if we're going to have a national anthem or not. But, Josh, why don't you go ahead and give the Harrison Goblins their starting lineup.
Yeah, for Harrison, we have number 0, Cooper Graham. He's a senior. We have a junior, Brody James, number 2. Another junior, number 3, Jackson Hill. 21, Chance Lawrence, another senior. And then Jax Magnus is a sophomore, number 32. And they are about to do the starting lineups. We did mention the Bolivar lineup, but I'll do that quickly again. We've got Colton Ingold, he's a junior. Lucas Polk, senior. Matt Giglio, a senior. Kenyon Adams, a senior. And then Wyatt Campbell, a senior as well. Oh, and then just to kind of round out the rest of the varsity squad, we have Ben Berry. He's a junior. Landon Young, a junior. Max Berry, a junior. We've got Wyatt Bliss and Dorian Gonzalez, also juniors. Braden Long out with an injury. He's still on the roster here, but he's been battling some injuries. See him over there with a strap around his shoulder.
He won't make it back for the season.
I think he's just hoping to get back for baseball, I think is his plan there.
Right.
Ethan Bailey and Andrew Tennyson round out the lineup, both seniors, and been a pivotal part to that senior class. So, Dwayne, kind of the crowd you would expect at a 4 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon game, but I expect as the tournament goes on, that crowd's going to get bigger and bigger.
It will. It'll be one of those things when you get here about 6 o'clock. If you lose your stadium seat over here, you're probably going to lose it for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I will mention that we got my wife, Trina. She's on the stat board again tonight. I don't know that she will do that every game for us. We're trying to talk her into it, but if we can't keep her involved, we might get your wife involved.
All right.
We're just about ready for the tip. On your radio dial, Bolivar will be going from right to left wearing their home white uniforms, royal numbers outlined in gold. And the Harrison Goblins, they'll be going from left to right. They got their blue uniforms, and they have Vegas gold numbers, white trim.
Yeah. This is about as spread out as a tip I've ever seen. Usually they're really crowded on that center circle.
Yeah. Well, we're just about ready to get this season started, and here comes the referee in. He fires it up, and the 2025-26 season is underway. Bolivar controls the tip. Looks like Harrison's going to be in man-to-man defense, and Liberators got their offense going. Giglio at the point over Poke at the right wing, hits Engel at the top of the key. 3-point shot short, tipped out by the Liberators, and we've got a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, it looked like he got a clean tip back, but they're going to get, I guess, Wyatt Campbell for that.
Be his first personal, team's first personal. Bolivar picking up full court man-to-man. Giglio guarding the ball hard. This is what Matt's really good at,
Absolutely.
Josh. Really, he harasses the ball and really makes it hard for point guards to get the offense started. Backdoor cut. Goblins get the ball in the lane, a bounce pass down to the post for the easy layups, and the Goblins lead 2-0.
Good ball movement by Harrison there.
Here's Adams on the wing, dribbles back to the point, hits Giglio. He penetrates, kicks it out to Campbell for 3-point, and great start for...
I like our shots. We're getting good open shots. I mean, Colton took a good shot on that first drive, and it just didn't go in. But if we keep getting shots like that, we're going to do just fine.
Wyatt's first basket of the night, 3-point shot. Bolivar leads 3-2, 6:52 to go, first quarter.
Harrison looks really uncomfortable with the ball.
They really do. Here's Lorenz at the top of the key. He's left-handed, point guard, over to Hill at the left wing, back to James, who drives down, penetrates out. The ball's kicked over to the left baseline. Ball's on the floor. Campbell picks it up. Here comes Colton. Great pass forward to Poke, down on the block. He kicks it back out to Campbell for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound to James.
I don't know about that one, Dwayne.
For the Goblins, they get the rebound. Another foul on the rebound.
It was pretty light for Colton on that foul, but Wyatt rushed it just a little bit on the delivery on that shot. I like his aggressiveness. When you make that first one, you start feeling it pretty good.
Lorenz bringing the ball up. He gets across the timeline with Giglio guarding him tight. He's directing traffic. High ball screen. He doesn't use it. Dribbles to the left wing. Here's Magnus. Back to Hill. Back to Magnus. Top of the key. Left corner. 3-point shot. Air ball. there by Hill, and that'll be off of the Goblins, out of bounds, and Liberators will take the ball back.
Yeah, the intensity on our defense is really frustrating the Goblins, and really forced that shot, and, of course, airballed it. We do have to watch that backdoor cut. They're going to use it, and that's how they got that first two.
3-2 Bolivar, 5:52 to go, first quarter. Lucas Polk at the elbow, back to Engel, drives down the lane, gets cut off there, but draws the foul. That'll be Cooper Graham's first foul, team's first foul.
That's a good sign when they have to stop you with two hands on your chest. That's right. That's a good sign.
Of course, Colton, very quick, hard to stop. He inbounds right back to Engel underneath the basket. He goes up, first shot of the season, or second shot.
I don't know, Dwayne. It feels like Colton's gained about 3 inches since last year.
He looks a lot bigger. He's definitely stronger.
Yes, looking good out there.
He gets that one to go down. It's 5-2. Goblins at the other end. James with the penetration on the left side, looking for somebody to go down the lane. Nobody's there, but he gets Magnus out for three. Off the mark, no good. Polk with the rebound. Here comes Giglio pushing the ball up. He's going to slow it down now and get the offense going. Top of the key, over to the left wing, down to the left baseline. Adams tries to drive baseline. Excellent job there.
There we go.
Tried to penetrate. Hill picks up the personal foul. That'll be his first personal, team second. 5:07 to go. Bolivar 5, Harrison 2. Bolivar to inbound underneath their own basket.
Landon and Wyatt Bliss have both checked in.
Ingold into Campbell at the free throw line. Hands off to Colton. He's on the floor. Gets it back. Tries to throw it into Campbell. Campbell tips it out. Back, and Bliss picks it up. Over to Giglio. He drives all the way to the basket. Nice job. Good hustle by the Liberators. And great finish there by Bliss. That's his first basket of the season also. 7-2 Bolivar. Or excuse me, that was Giglio that made that shot. Sorry about that. Harrison back at the other end. Here's James with a three-point shot. No good. Rebound to Giglio. He's going to take it on the dribble. Push it all the way up. Elbow. Hits Young trying to scramble or trying to cut underneath, and Giglio picks up a foul. Draws the foul.
Yeah, I think that foul saved 2 points there because that was a really good backdoor cut by Landon.
Kind of wish they'd let that go.
Yeah.
Here's the Liberators inbounding. Campbell out top. Back into Bliss right in the middle of the lane. And the Goblins are going to foul him.
We're one away from bonus here, Dwayne, and we're only just a few minutes into the first quarter.
3:32 into the quarter. 4:28 to go. Bolivar 7, Harrison 2. Bolivar to inbound underneath the basket again. Giglio, right wing, penetrates down the lane. Little floater off the front of the rim. No good. Hill with the rebound. He's going to push it up for the Goblins. Down on the right side. Hits James on the right wing. He's going to dribble against Young. Tries to pick it up. Kicks it back out to Graham. Graham dribbles in the lane, and then he's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, on the floor there. But I got to say, I really love – I mean, we're getting on the ground. We're getting after loose balls. Again, just to repeat myself, the Goblins are really frustrated with our defense.
Giglio picks up his first foul. Goblins inbound to Hill. Hill out top to Lorenz for the three-point shot. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Magnus. Off the glass, no good. Bliss tries to get it. He falls to the ground, loses the ball, but he gets it back off the second shot by Magnus. And here comes Colton Ingold. Pushes up to Young on the left wing, back to Bliss. Over to the right side, now inside to Wyatt Campbell for the layup.
Good
Great
seal.
pass.
Good seal by Wyatt. What a play.
Great seal by Wyatt. Good pass by Matt. And the Goblins need a timeout. It's 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Bolivar 9, Harrison 2. This is Bolivar Liberator Sports, brought to you tonight by Mid-Missouri Bank on MoSportsZone.com and YourCountry 99.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Welcome back to Willard High School. where the Bolivar Liberators lead Harrison 9-2 with 3:34 to go here in the first quarter, and we're back in action. Goblins with the basketball on the left wing. Here's Graham with the basketball. He penetrates into the elbow. Kicks it out, gets the ball back, drives down the left side, puts it up with the left hand, and scores the basket for his first basket, 9-4. Bolivar. Here's Ingold, pulls up for three. Short, no good. Rebound to Magnus for Harrison. Bolivar man-to-man. Harrison gets their offense set. Left wing, back to the top to Graham. Good action away from the ball by the Goblins. Down to the baseline to James. He kicks to Hill, run around the corner. Hill kicks it back out to James for the three-point shot. It's off the front of the rim and out of bounds. And Josh got two subs for the Bolivar Liberators.
Kenyon Adams and Dorian Gonzalez coming in. So giving Wyatt and Colton a rest.
Dorian seeing his first action of the 25-26 season. Here's Young. Back to Giglio at the top of the key. He penetrates down the lane and going to draw another foul.
Yeah, he'll be shooting two here, Dwayne. Already 5 fouls.
2:32 to go, first quarter. Bolivar 9, Harrison 4, and Giglio will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and as we're waiting for these free throws, I noticed we kind of have a little size advantage. They got some guys that are pretty big, but if we keep utilizing that, because we have some guys that are tall and quick, we're going to get some easy twos there as Matt misses the first of 2 free throws. And these are your Ankrum Law Firm free throws. Thank you, Jesse, for sponsoring your Liberator Basketball. And the second one goes in. Makes it 10-4 Bolivar over the Goblins.
Here come the Goblins to the other end. Lorenz with the basketball, directing traffic. Left baseline. Pulls out to the right wing, misses the shot. And here come the Liberators back to the other end. Here's Giglio from the top of the key. Three-point shot, no good. Gonzalez fighting for the rebound. Here comes Lorenz. He gets the rebound. He pushes it to the other end. Bolivar hustling down, knocks it away. Great job by Landon Young. And I tell you what, if you haven't seen Landon play, Landon is an absolute, I don't even know. He's a
pest.
He is
the nicest way I can say it is he's a pest, and we want him on our side.
That's exactly right. He gets his hands on everything, and I tell you what, he gives everything he's got.
Yeah.
The Goblins inbound the ball in front of our bench.
He also runs about a 4:30 mile too. That doesn't hurt much.
That's right. He can go forever.
Yeah.
Lorenz with the basketball, kicks it over to Hill for three, and he knocks it down. That's the first three-point shot for the Goblins to go down. They cut the lead in half. Bolivar 10, Harrison 7 with 1:36 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Ingold driving all the way down the lane, and he's going to get fouled before he can get the shot up. And that'll put Colton back at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Dwayne, it's 10-7, but it really feels like the margin should be greater than that.
Yeah.
Of course, that three-pointer just went in for the Goblins, but feels like we're playing really good basketball.
Another Ankrum Law free throw. I did fail to mention the first quarter is brought to you tonight by Citizens Memorial Hospital. Appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Basketball. Also, we missed the first time out. That was from Black Rock Arms. Colton hits his first free throw. Second one is up.
There we go.
Rolls around and goes in.
Oh,
there's Landon again. Landon steals the inbounds pass over to Adams for two.
Talked about the extra pass. What a good job by Landon to just make that little dump down the canyon.
And this Landon's going to eat this kid up. I mean, I can just tell you right now, they're about the same size, and he is going to get tired of Landon really quick.
Yeah.
But Landon, one of those guys that just plays his guts out every time he gets on the floor. Here's Lorenz for three, and that's the drawback with Landon there too, is he's always hustling. He fouls the three-point shot. The ball goes in, and Lorenz is going to go to the line to try to complete the 4-point play.
And I'm sure there was some contact, Dwayne,
Yeah.
but that is probably the third or fourth time that they have shot a three and flopped backwards.
Yeah.
And that time they happened to get the call, and unfortunately that was the one that went in.
Yeah. 14-10, 105. Lorenzo's free throws in the air, and no good. And Poke with the rebound, and Lorenz reaches in and commits the foul, I believe. Or are they going to get Hill for that?
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, they got Graham for it. And this could be a long, drawn-out game if we keep going bonus every quarter like this.
I mean, they've already committed, 8 or 9 fouls here in the first quarter?
I think that is their 8th.
Well, this is the third time we've been to the free throw line, so it would be 8. Poke with the Ankrum Law free throw knocks the first one down. Good for Jesse. A lot of advertising when we go to the free throw line a lot.
Yeah. And how many fouls was that on Graham? That's his second. So he's sitting down. That's going to help us a little bit. He's been really effective for them.
Poke's second free throw is good. 16-10 Bolivar. 1:02 to go. Lorenz across the timeline with Giglio guarding him. Penetrates down to the free throw line. Handoff over to, here's a name we're going to have to get used to, is Rokovitz. Rokovitz kicks, I can't say that very good. Rokovitz kicks it out to Lorenz, and Bolivar knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Goblin basketball underneath their own basket.
I mean, most of the time I'm calling the Bolivar kids by their first name. I probably should go last name, especially 2 Wyatts out there.
Lorenz now at the top of the key. Guarded heavily by, great job by Campbell. Blocks the shot. Ball's rolling around on the floor. Everybody's diving on it. It's going to be a jump ball. It looks like the Goblins are going to keep it this time.
Yeah, but you can't hate that. You know, you're frustrating them. They get a jump. We get the possession back on the next one. And all over the floor there.
Great job by Wyatt Campbell guarding the smaller player. Goblins inbound it way up top. Over to the left wing to Lorenz. He's going to dribble back to the top to Hill. To Rukovitz.
Got him for a walk there.
Rukovitz is going to take off without dribbling it. You can't do that.
Yeah. Not in high school anyway.
No. Yeah, you grow up, you can.
Yeah.
Bolivar to inbound here with 19 seconds to go in the quarter. Adams left wing, dribbles in the middle of the baseline, in the middle of the lane, tries to kick it down to Poke, and it's kicked out of bounds by Harrison with 14 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Yeah, so I think you're definitely going to want the last shot here. Hopefully we set that up and hopefully get at least an 8-point lead going into the second quarter.
This brings up something here where we're inbounding the ball. My brother had said that we have only 4, I think he said only 4 inbound spots this year. Here's Campbell for 3, no good. Rebound to Adams with 4, 3, pass inside to Pope,
yes.
good
There
with
it is.
1 second to go. And there's the the buzzer.
I want to talk about that inbounds thing when we come back, Dwayne. I do want to hear that because that is a new rule this year, right?
Yes, it is, and I probably will mess it up. But, we're going to take a break here into the quarter. Bolivar 18, Harrison 10. You're listening to Your Country 99.
BlackRock Arms has moved. Find the best deals on guns, ammo, optics, knives, and more at 2270 Springfield Avenue, right next to Ace Hardware in Bolivar. Same great service, now with more space to explore, from days out on the range to outdoor adventures. BlackRock Arms has you covered. Visit in-store or online at blackrockarms.com.
BlackRock Arms, you punch your Patriots!
Looking to transform your home from the ground up? Step into Bolivar Flooring, where style, comfort, and durability begin. Discover the largest selection in town. Classic hardwood, modern vinyl, plush carpets, stunning tile, plus custom showers, backsplashes, and fireplaces. Find the look you love with expert help every step of the way. Walk on excellence, live in comfort with Bolivar Flooring. Located at Carlin Acres, just south of Bolivar off of Highway 13.
Stay active and energized at the Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center. Hit the gym, take a fitness class, or shoot some hoops in the full-size gymnasium. They've got a seasonal indoor pool, top-notch equipment, flexible class options, and convenient childcare while you work out or attend activities. Need space for an event? Rent out the gym, studio, or multi-purpose rooms, perfect for parties, meetings, or team events. Open daily with hours to fit your schedule. Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center, where Bolivar comes to move. Located just off Broadway. Join the action today.
Back here at Willard High School, we got back just a little bit late. Bolivar had the first possession, and we still have the ball. We're inbounding it now. It got knocked out of bounds. Here's Colton back at the top of the key, kicks it over to Matt Giglio, cross court, and we got Pope down inside. He was trying to post up and got caught trying to seal the guy, and he'll pick up a foul.
Yeah. Second quarter, sponsored by Roten Clean Works. Thank you, Luther, for that sponsorship.
Goblins with the basketball. Lorenz across the timeline, trying to get the offense set. Bolivar doing a really good job of pressuring. Magnus out top, kicks it over to the right wing to Lorenz. Down to the right baseline to Hill. He dribbles out, reverses back, looking for somebody to throw to. They reverse the ball to Lorenz on the left wing. Looking for somebody to pass to. Finally gets rid of it. You know what? That three-point shot goes in for Hill, and I forgot the shot clock is in effect here.
That's the first time it really became a factor.
They heard him go 3, 2, 1. I'm like, what in the world? I had to look up, and they have the shot clock going. So
it makes that volleyball three-point shot a little more justifiable.
It does. Here's a cross-court pass from Ingold over to Giglio, and just a little too high, and Giglio comes down on the sideline out of bounds, and the Goblins will take over. 6:54 to go, second quarter. Bolivar 18, Harrison 13. Bolivar in the man-to-man. Giglio gets beat off the dribble, forces Campbell to step over, and Wyatt picks up his second foul.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed when you play really aggressive defense, you kind of talked about that with Landon earlier, you can tend to overextend, so you might get a foul called like that, but also that I mentioned the backdoor cut too. That overextension has given them a couple of easier looks, so you sort of have to balance that out a little bit.
It does. You don't want to do that too often, but
I'd rather err on that side of it.
Absolutely.
You know?
Rather than standing there 3 feet from them, letting them shoot it.
Yeah.
Because you still have a chance to stop them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both free throws are missed there by the Goblins. There's the Liberators to the other end. Colton thought about the three-point shot, kicks it inside to Lucas, and there's Graham. He's going to pick up his third one, and that's just not very smart. Graham, both hands in the back, pushes Poke to commit his third foul. Either he doesn't want to play or – because, I mean, that's the quickest way to get to the bench with 2 fouls in the first quarter.
And I think that gives Poke a chance to rest because their big man's coming out. So Landon Young came in for him.
So we got Young, Bliss, Adams, Giglio, and Ingold.
Yep.
Ball gets thrown into Bliss. He tries to go right back to Colton Ingold. We've seen that play now 2 or 3 times. Colton's taking the ball out of bounds. He kicks it to the corner and then steps back in bound and posts up his man. And we're trying to get the ball back to him.
And it's fantastic because it often leads to a mismatch where Colton had about a foot height advantage there.
Yeah. Here's Giglio with a left baseline drive. Finishes with his right hand to stretch the lead to 7 for the Liberators here with 6:17 to go in the second quarter. Ball being pressured out top. Giglio against Rakovitz. Here's Rakovitz. He traveled with it again. Yeah. He's jumping and he catches the ball and jumps in the air and can't get the ball down.
Just a little stutter step before he moves.
And Rakovitz, he'll come out of the game.
Colton Ingold at the top of the key. Drives in on the left side. Nice, easy 2 points there. Colton with an excellent drive. Gets it 22-13 here with 5:46 left in the first half.
Lorenz gets the Goblins offense set. Here's Hill back at the top of the key over to James. Back to Hill. A lot of action away from the ball here. Young harassing Hill.
There we go.
Colton Ingold picks off the pass, trying to go back to the top. He's going to go coast to coast. Spin move, bounce pass to Adams, and Adams goes up and gets fouled and can't complete it. But nice look there by Colton to try to finish.
Yeah, and you mentioned ball movement. I mean, one thing the Goblins do well is there's a lot of off-the-ball screens that are going on. Our Liberators are having to fight through a lot of traffic just to keep with their man, but still doing a good job of it.
Well, Josh, the Goblins they'll have a full timeout here, so we'll take another break. This timeout's brought to you by BlackRock Arms, and we'll be back here in about 30 seconds. This is Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com, and you're listening to Your Country 99.
Hi, this is Mike Jones. Trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for expert home comfort solutions. From plumbing repairs to heating and air conditioning, our experienced team delivers honest quality and service. For reliable comfort, trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
777-55-55. 777-55-55.
Well, Josh, we're back here again. The Goblins burning their second time out here in the first half, and they're just not, coach is not seeing what he wants to see out of them. And, of course, the Liberators are forcing a little bit of that. Yeah. They got their post player on the bench with 3 fouls and trying to hang in this game.
Yeah, and it seems like we're just a step faster than them, and it's causing them to try to catch up with us with silly fouls. And, here we are on the line. Kenyon Adams with Anchormlaw free throws makes the first of 2 there. But, yeah, I think it's just forcing them to get a little bit handsy with us and getting us to the line more often.
Yeah. Adams' second free throw's off the mark, and there's Colton Ingold with the rebound over the smaller James.
He's 6'2" with a 7-foot wingspan there, I think.
He gets that put back to go. And Bolivar now stretched their lead to 12, 25-13 with 5:03 to go here in the second quarter. Goblins with the basketball. Lorenz the free throw line. Goes to the elbow, kicks it over to the left wing. Gets it back. Kicks it over to the other side, and James tries to drive right baseline, cut off, kicks it back out to James for the three-point shot. No good. Rebound to Ingold. He pushes it up the left side to Adams. Adams kicks it back out to Ingold. Around the horn to Giglio. He drives left baseline, gets cut off. Ball gets reversed around. Here's Adams on the right baseline. He goes all the way to the basket. No good, but there's Bliss at the follow. Nice job by Wyatt. He doesn't even come down. He just grabs it and sticks it back in. Great job by Wyatt Bliss there on the putback. 27-13, 4:18 to go, second quarter. Bolivar in their man-to-man. Here's Lorenz for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Adams with the rebound. Hands off to Colton Ingold, brings it across half court. Bolivar sets their offense. Little pick-and-roll action, nothing doing there. Young in the corner. Ball gets reversed all the way around to Colton. And Adams has him sealed, but looked like they kind of held him a little bit.
Got away with one there.
Ball gets away, and here's Lorenz at the other end with a little 15-foot pull-up jumper from the left wing, and it goes to cut the lead to 12. And Ingold pushes it all the way down to the other end quickly and draws the foul.
And I think the key here is we just have to keep pushing the ball down the court. Yeah. They're late getting back. Just keep that pressure up. I think so it's 27-15 here. In a game like this, you just have to make sure you keep putting the pressure on. Don't let up, because if you give them even a sniff of a chance of coming back, it can be detrimental.
Nice recognition there by Colton on the inbounds play. Wyatt Bliss, he had the smaller guy on him, and Colton just lobbed it up, and Bliss gets it and then can't finish it.
Right idea, just didn't go in, Dwayne.
Yeah, everything was right except we just couldn't get it to go. Goblins with the basketball. Lorenz guarded by Young. Young's gauging it, Josh. He's gauging it. He's going to take that thing here in a minute.
Slobbering over there.
Yeah, he is. Here's Lorenz underneath the basket. Comes out. Nice little shot there by Lorenz. Turnaround jumper from about 12. Gets it to go.
Well defended. Just got it over the top of Landon's hands there.
Yeah. Adams, left wing. Tries to crossover. loses the handle. I think it went off of his toe, Josh.
I thought it went off of Goblin's toe, but they're going to give it to them. I guess they're going to say it was out on Canyon.
Oh. So turnover by Bolivar. 3:06 to go. Second quarter, 27-17. Your Liberators have the lead. Lorenz, Hill, left baseline. Oh, nice cut down the lane there by James, and he gets fouled. Does not get the shot to go, but the Liberators will pick up the foul.
They are definitely not letting them play with any sort of aggressiveness.
No.
They are calling some touch fouls on both sides.
That's going to be Adams picking up his first personal foul.
Got to bring Giglio back in for Adams. So where that gives us Landon, Giglio, Gonzalez, Bliss, and Colton Ingold on the court right now.
James misses the first free throw, gets the second one to go down, cuts the lead to 9 with 2:52 to go here in the half. Ingold to Bliss, to Gonzalez. Here's Giglio, top of the key for 3, off the mark, no good, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. Not anybody touching it, and that'll go back to the Goblins.
I'd like to see us utilize this mismatch with Colton. He's got the height advantage. I know he's taking the ball down, but if we can get him situated where he's getting the ball down low, could get some easy baskets.
You know, that's where Colton spent a lot of the season. Last year was down in the post. And
very comfortable down there.
He is. Here's Landon. He strips James, and Landon's going to go coast to coast and lay it in.
I expect more of those before this game's over with.
You bet.
And now he doesn't want to take it down. He's passing it off to somebody.
I don't blame him. I've seen Landon play for a long time.
Yeah.
Here's Lorenz. Kicks it out over to Rekovitz. He drives the lane. Little floater, no good.
There we go. Good box out by Landon. The guy had to go over the top of him and commit the foul.
It's going to be Magnus. He's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be is that the fourth or fifth?
That's bonus. We're shooting 2. So 2 more Ankrum Law free throws. Landon Young can extend this lead. What do we have? 11-point lead right now.
Yeah.
Could extend it to 13 here.
Let's see if we can't get Landon going, shooting the basketball. Let's get these first 2 to go.
Yeah.
Landon's first one is up, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Looks like he's been doing it for quite a while.
It does. Landon with good rotation on the basketball. Second one's in the air, and it's a little short, but there's Bliss.
I love the intensity. He had the ball, just kind of stepped on the out of bounds line there. I think he was going to lose the ball anyway, but usually you're not counting on that offensive rebound on your free throws there, but Bliss gave it a shot.
Especially since you can't occupy that bottom spot.
Yeah.
You're 3 spots up. So here's the Goblins crossing half court. Lorenz at the basketball. You know, if you think about it, the Goblins, Lorenz has the ball in his hands.
There he did it again, Dwayne.
Yeah.
I think he's coming out again.
Well, that kind of tells you why Lorenz is keeping the ball in his hands, because Rekovitz, that's his 3rd or 4th traveling call.
And Coach is hot.
Coach don't like it. I wouldn't either.
He's stomping around up down there. I don't blame him.
Bolivar with the basketball. Here's Bliss at the elbow. Kicks it out to Gonzalez on the right wing.
There we
post
go.
up Ingold.
That's what I'm talking about, Dwayne.
You're
He's
right.
got a mismatch. Just keep using it.
He's a foot taller than that guy.
And in the reach.
Yeah.
It's just really good touch around the rim anyway.
Colton knocks down a 5-footer, and he's guarding Lorenz now. Goblins at the other end. Here's Rekovitz. He almost throws it away. Lorenz gets the ball back, and he is going to travel with it. He had a lot of things going there. He was faking, and the feet were moving, and they finally got him for a travel. 1:17 to go, 32-18.
We got Ben Berry subbing in for Matt Giglio here with 1:17 left.
All right. Ingold with the basketball. Coach calling out a play here. Ingold penetrates all the way down the lane, puts the shot up, gets fouled. Ball doesn't go in, but that's going to be a foul on James.
Yeah, really a designed play there to allow Colton to drive in, really spread everybody out, let him try to get a one-on-one situation there and drawing the foul for 2 more Ankrum Law free throws.
And this quarter seems like it's lasted forever. 1:07 still to go, and first free throws off the front end, off the front rim.
And Giglio's set to come in for Colton. Colton knows it, so does he make this free throw or miss it to stay in the game?
He will make it. He will make it. Guarantee it.
There we go.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
There we go.
He smiles. He knew.
Yeah, he's more frustrated he missed the first one.
You're right. You're right. What a great kid.
Yes.
1:06 to go here. Bolivar 33, Harrison 18. Bolivar still in their man-to-man. Giglio harassing Lorenz. He finally gets it off to James. Ball gets around the horn. Now back to the left side. Here's Lorenz penetrating down the lane. Reverse pivot.
For a walk there.
And travel again. You know, I'm glad to see them call that because there's a lot of kids that travel. They don't get that last bounce in on the reverse pivot.
Yep.
And they see people do that in the NBA and college basketball. And
they are definitely letting more things go than when you and I played basketball.
No doubt about it. And I didn't feel like I could do anything.
Yeah.
Barry at the top, over to Ingold. Here's Giglio, top of the key. Right wing to Gonzalez. Down to Ben Barry in the left corner. He hands off to Colton Ingold, and I don't know where they got that travel at, but they got Colton for a travel there. I'm not sure where that came.
I don't think that was quite the same thing we've been seeing from some of the others.
No.
23 seconds left. Goblins got a chance to bring it back to, 13?
Yeah. Lorenz, top of the key, now Hill. Pump fakes. Left side over to Rakovic, and Rakovic, he's going to hit the three-point shot with 5 seconds. Here's Giglio pushing it down. He can get all the way to the rim, but the ball goes off his leg, and they're going to call him for traveling with 2.5 seconds to go, and Harrison's going to get the ball back. 33-21 with 2.5 seconds to go here in the half. This quarter brought to you by Roten Clean Works. Goblins Lorenz with 2-1. He pulls up from half court off the glass. No iron and no good, and pretty good first half, Josh. We'll be back to talk about the first half action. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening to Your Country 99.
Hi, this is Mike Jones. Trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for expert home comfort solutions. From plumbing repairs to heating and air conditioning, our experienced team delivers honest quality and service. For reliable comfort, trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
777-55-55.
Hey gang, before you know it, it's going to be 10 above and we'll be shoveling snow. The Answer Man at CNC has the answers for winter, like wood pellets for heating and grilling, stovepipe and accessories like door sealants, door gaskets, stove boards, and winter clothing that'll keep you dry and warm. And for your fur friends, CNC has a huge pet department too. You have questions? CNC has the answers at CNC Farm and Home, Bolivar and Lebanon.
Hi, this is Donald with CNC Farm and Home Supply. If you have questions, we have the answers.
Where can you and your family go to receive exceptional health care in the area? Who offers convenient family medicine and walk-in clinics near your home? Where can you go for comprehensive specialty care like orthopedics, urology, and heart care? The answer is CMH. At Citizens Memorial Hospital, they have the services your family needs to be healthy. For more information, go to citizensmemorial.com or call 417-328-6010.
Farmers Market of Bolivar is your go-to source for complete lines of animal and poultry feeds. Keep your livestock healthy and thriving with high-quality feeds tailored to their needs. Friendly experts provide top-notch advice to help you choose the right products. Whether it's chickens, cattle, or pets, Farmers Market of Bolivar has what it takes to support strong, happy animals. Located at 1184 East 460th Road, just off Highway 13. For dependable local feed and service that makes a difference, Farmers Market of Bolivar is your only choice.
In the market for furniture? Don't go to the big corporate stores in Springfield and pay their wildly inflated prices just for them to pay their big dividends to their New York City shareholders. Shop at your locally owned favorite, Hometown Furniture and Mattress, where we have made furniture affordable again. From budget to luxury, we have it all. Ask us about our financing made easy, no credit needed. Come see us today right here in Bolivar at 451 South Springfield Avenue next to Trace Amigos, or call us at 417-912-7681. Don't overpay, take home today.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where your Bolivar Liberators are leading the Harrison Goblins 33-21. Just finishing up some halftime stats here to get some of those to you. We can start with the Liberators here. So, first of all, really no foul trouble to mention. Campbell does have 2 fouls, but really distributed well across the rest of the group, several with 1 foul, but no real concerns there. We've got Bliss with 2 points, Young with 3 points, Adams with 3 points, Polk with 4 points, Giglio and Campbell both have 5 points, and Colton Ingold is leading the Liberators with 11 points. And really, most of that's coming from 2-pointers, Dwayne. I think we've had Campbell had 1 3-pointer, but the rest of those points are either free throws or 2 points, and I think that says a lot there. A lot of times last year we would rely on that 3-pointer pretty heavily.
We really did.
But I think we've realized that we can be effective against this team by working it inside and really drawing fouls or getting an easy 2-point basket.
Yeah, 10 for 13. I mean, 10 for 13 from 2 is going to beat a lot of teams, and that's what we were in the first half. And 10 for 13 from 2-point range and 8 for 12 from the free throw line. I mean, there's 28 of our 33 points. Should be more than 30. That. Should be 30 of them.
Yeah,
I probably miscalculated.
Definitely your fault, not Trina's. So
yeah, no way.
No matter what,
there is no way that she miscalculated. But anyway, Liberators 1 for 7 from 3-point range. I'm sure we'd like to see that a little bit better, but all of those 3-point shots were really good shots. So it's not like we were forcing anything. They just didn't go in, and that happens sometimes. But going to the other side for Harrison, Lorenz is their leading scorer with 8 points here at the half. He's 2 for 3 from 2-point range, 1 for 3 from 3, and then 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
It's kind of unexpected from your point guard that he's 0 for 3 from 3, but really Lorenz is the guy that they keep the ball in his hands a lot of the time. Other scoring for the Goblins, Hill has 6, James has 3, Rukovitz has 3, and Graham has 2. And I think a key for this second half is, can Graham stay in the game? I mean, if he can stay in the game and can score a little bit from the post and help them rebounding wise, there is a possibility they could get back in this game.
Yeah, and so he has 3 fouls currently. He has set quite a bit that first half. That's exactly right. Magnus also has 3 fouls. They do have a couple of folks with 2. So that will be a key. Graham was effective when he was in. But also, if you look at the turnovers the Goblins had 9 total team turnovers, and we had 6. So we are winning the turnover battle right now. And I think if we keep pressuring the Goblins, that will remain true. I think we are taking better care of the basketball. I think some of our turnovers are a little bit more just us trying to be a bit more aggressive, and I think the Goblins' turnovers are just kind of just a fundamental error on a lot of them. Yeah. And so I think if we keep our foot on the gas, I think we'll do good things in the second half.
I mean, at least half of their turnovers have been on catching the ball and starting again and just traveling the basketball. Yeah. And so I'm sure that the Goblins will try to clean that up here in the second half. But when you look at this score, 33-21, it doesn't seem like, you look at these stats, it doesn't seem like there's been a lot of shots taken. I mean, Bolivar's only taken 20 shots in the first half. The Goblins have taken 20 also. But, us establishing ourselves at the free throw line is giving us the lead for sure.
Well, yeah, and I think the game is just slowed down because of fouls. And so when the game slows down, I think that's also going to just take that flow away, especially if you're a team that likes to get up and down. And of course, we benefit from the fouls, but we also benefit from that high-paced action. And so the game, that first half was quite the slow half just because of the stoppage with fouls.
Yeah, 22 fouls called in the first half.
Yeah.
13 for the Goblins, 9 for the Liberators, and that'll slow down a lot of halves.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this. I mean, 33-21, it feels like, honestly, we should probably be ahead by quite a bit more than that. And I think Robbie's probably telling them that in the huddle at halftime, saying, "Hey guys, listen, we got to keep the pressure on. This should be a higher margin right now, and we should take advantage of the mismatches we have and just pull this thing out greater. We should be making a statement with this game for the rest of the teams in this tournament."
Yes, absolutely. Well, the Liberators are back out from the halftime, and so are the Goblins. We've got about 2 minutes here before the second half will resume. We're going to take a break. You're watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry 99.
People choose Oakstar Bank for a number of reasons, from the high interest earning checking accounts all the way to a 30-year fixed rate farm loan. But really, it's our people that make the difference. Here at Oakstar, we believe that friendly service and a smile from hometown people that you know makes all the difference in the world. Come experience the difference a hometown bank like Oakstar can make. Oakstar Bank knows banking in Bolivar. Maybe it's time you get to know us. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Precision Small Engines, the name people have trusted for over 30 years for the sale, maintenance, and repair on steel leaf blowers and steel chainsaws. Carrying original manufactured parts and aftermarket parts, Precision Small Engines is sure to have everything you need to get you up and running again. Located north of Bolivar on Highway 13. Visit online at PrecisionSmallEngines.net.
Precision Small Engines is Bolivar.
Roten Cleanworks. So what do? Let's make this simple. We stain and we clean. We stain decks, we stain fences, we stain houses, we stain concrete. We clean commercial buildings, we clean house exteriors, we clean fleets of all sizes, we clean equipment of all kinds. I'm telling you, we clean and we stain. Roten Cleanworks, it's what we do. Contact us today.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where Bolivar and Harrison are participating in the first game of the Willard tournament. Bolivar leads 33-21. We're about ready to get going here in the second half. This third quarter is brought to you by CNC Farm and Home. Tonight's game is brought to you by Mid-Missouri Bank. Appreciate all of our participating sponsors and encourage you to go out and support these guys and support Liberator athletics.
And just a reminder, the winner of this game will play Friday at 4 o'clock here in the same gym, and they'll play the winner of Glendale and Belton.
Okay. Just about set to go here. Looks like the Goblins will have the ball first. Hill's going to inbound. We're waiting on the referees to get everything going here. I'm not sure what we're waiting on.
Maybe they wanted that music to finish out. They've got a quota or something.
Here we go. Hill inbounds to Lorenz. Bolivar man-to-man. Graham with the basketball. Hands off to Lorenz. 18-footer, no good from the lefty.
And I think they erroneously gave that to the Liberators. I think Colton knocked that out and kind of joked. Yeah, I think he's chuckling a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a smile on his face. So I think the Bolivar got away with one there. Yeah. Here's Poke, top of the key.
There we go. Good seal.
Good seal by Wyatt.
Foul. I love that play, Dwayne. It works almost every single time if we can get a good seal there. And, of course, Campbell did it well again. And it was either 2 points or a foul. That was their choice there.
We run that a lot at the beginning of games, beginning of halves, beginning of quarters. Great inbounds play by the Liberators. Good. Wyatt Campbell, the good cut to the basket. Nice bounce pass by Colton for the left-handed finish.
Good patience with Ingle to let that play develop on the inbounds.
Here they got Wyatt Campbell with
Is he going to throw it down?
We're going to see. He steals it, and he goes, lays it up off the glass.
He's going to get some grief from the bench there on that one.
Yeah, he is. Great denial from Wyatt. Stretches the lead to 37-21. Here's Hill with a pull-up jumper from the elbow. Doesn't draw anything. Lorenz with the rebound, and he puts it back among the trees. I mean, he can't be more than 5'6", can he?
Yeah, I think we just went hands up and let him shoot. We could have probably contested a little bit more there.
Here's Adam with the left-handed drive. Kicks it out to Giglio. Nice back cut by Wyatt Campbell. Great pass by Giglio for the left-handed finish. And Wyatt's got the first 2 baskets of the second half here, or 2 of the first 3. 39-23 Bolivar with 6:35 to go third quarter. And we got an offensive foul, and that's going to be Graham down low, and that's going to be his 4th foul.
He's already walking to the bench. He knows his destiny is to sit for a little while there unless coach, he's taking him out.
You know,
this is so much fun. This is fun basketball to watch.
It really is. I mean, Graham's a senior, and I'm sure that's another thing that coach is frustrated with is that, you just got to know when you got to stay in the game.
Yeah.
He's got to stay in the game. He's got to figure out a way to stay in the game.
Yep.
Here's Giglio on the right wing. Reverse the ball to Ingold, looking for Wyatt to seal. Cross court, skip past to Wyatt Bliss. He dribbles, tries to kick it out. Stolen away by Hill. Coast to coast, blocked by Ingold. Gets his own rebound. No, that's James that gets the rebound, puts it back. Giglio forcing the ball down to the other end, hits Campbell.
Got him for a foul there.
The ball was thrown from Giglio all the way down to Wyatt Campbell underneath the basket. He was all the way underneath the basket, and he gets pushed, and the foul will go against the Goblins. And
an NFL catch there. He made sure he had both feet in, and of course got pushed out of bounds for the foul. And that is the 3rd team foul already for the Goblins.
Here's that inbounds play. Colton misses the shot. That's where he throws it to the corner. He steps back in bounds. They get it to him, and he just come up a little bit short there against Lorenz. Goblins with the basketball, down 14 with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter.
I'm telling you, Wyatt can guard about any point guard right now based on what I'm seeing.
He can. Here's Rakovitz on the left wing. He drives in the middle of the lane, kicks it up, shoots, no basket. Rebound to Campbell. Here's Giglio all the way coast to coast. Shot no good. Tipped up by Bliss.
Yeah.
And he gets the basket to go. And Colton's going to commit a foul, trying to pressure the Goblins here right in front of our bench.
And that is Colton's 4th. They've got Colton for 4 fouls? Is that right?
No, surely that's not.
They got it on the scoreboard with 4.
He's just got 2. Here's Lorenz, pulls that from the elbow. No good. Rebound to Colton Ingold. He's going to take it on the dribbler. Across half court, here he comes. Nice bounce pass to Wyatt Campbell for the finish. Good 3-on-2 basketball there by the Liberators.
I tell you what, it just feels like the wind is out of the sails of the Goblins here, and you could see that with Graham. I think they're just sort of just deflated right now, and I think it's a lot to do with the pressure we're putting on them.
And they just can't get anything going offensively. No. Giglio steals the inbounds pass.
I think that's going to go against the Goblins. Yeah,
it is. So they tried to bounce pass it into Giglio or to Lorenz, and Giglio steps in front, gets his hand on it, controls the ball, and then Lorenz undercuts him. It's going to be Liberator basketball underneath our own basket. Now here's that rule change. Okay, so here's the inbounds to Bliss off the inbounds play right in the middle of the lane, and
Campbell there for 2. Yep.
And he knocks it down. Wyatt now with he's got 15 points tonight. Rokovich from the left wing for 3, no good, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to James for 3, and he knocks it down. Liberators back to here they come. Long pass down to Young to Campbell for the basket.
We're just beating them down the floor, Dwayne.
Great transition, great pass by Landon Young to Campbell. I'm going to get the Wyatt messed up all year. Here's Rokovich. He's going to reverse pivot down on the left block, and Colton's going to pick up his third foul.
Yeah,
that looked like pretty good defense.
That was really good defense, yeah. So let's talk about the inbound stuff here, Dwayne. We haven't gotten to that yet. So that foul was committed on the wing outside of the three-point line, right? Or did they call that inside the three-point line?
I think it was inside, but this is where I'm going to get it wrong. But I believe they've gone to 4 inbounds positions. You have basically the 28-foot mark on both sides and then underneath the basket on both sides.
Okay.
But I did notice in the first half we inbounded down in the corner. And I don't think you can do that. But I'll talk to my brother. I'll let you know next game. Here's Graham with his first shot of the game for the Goblins. It's missed. And Bolivar back to the other end. And that's going to get Wyatt Bliss the travel out top.
I think Wyatt Campbell gave up a really wide-open look for a three-pointer that I would have liked to have seen him take.
4:03 to go, 47-28 Bolivar. Goblins with the basketball. Here's Lorenz on the right wing, reverse pivot. Cut off there on the baseline nicely by Young. Ball gets reversed around to Hill. Hill misses a three-point shot. There's Graham. Gets the rebound, sticks it up, no good. His own rebound and gets fouled.
On the floor here, so it'll be an inbounds here. So last year, am I right to say that it was really you're going to inbound it wherever it went out?
Correct.
So if it got way deep in a corner, you're still inbounding at the corner.
That's correct. Yeah.
I kind of like that change a little bit. I'm not.
Well, it kind of takes away that inbound from the baseline corner position where there's nothing you can do in there. So, but I know there's been a rule change there, and you guys listening at home or watching, and the rule, then I stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
So
it'll be the first time either one of us are wrong.
That's right. Yeah. In the last 10 minutes. Lorenz with a three-point shot from the baseline. He gets it.
So Canyon drives to the middle, takes a shot at the elbow, and off the board and in for 2 points there. I think I heard him call board on that shot, Dwayne.
Bank was open.
Yeah.
That's Canyon's fifth point of the night. Here's the Goblins. Other end. James with the rebound, puts it up. No good. Campbell with the rebound. Over to Giglio. He pushes it down the middle, all the way to the basket, kicks it out cross court to Landon Young, drives the left baseline, tries to kick it off to Kenyon Adams, gets knocked away by the Goblins, and they'll control the ball. 2:44 to go. Rokovitz on the left wing. Kicks it back up to Lorenz at the top of the key. He's going to try to drive down the lane, steps back. Little step back shot, nice left-handed shot from about 12 feet, gets it to go down. Lorenz now with 14 points for the Goblins. Bolivar back the other way. Young down the lane, kicks it out to Giglio for three on the left wing. Short, no good. Rebound to the Goblins. 3-on-1. Rokovich bounce pass to Lorenz off the glass, no good. Nice hustle by Wyatt Bliss. He gets the rebound. He's going to force it up. 3-on-2. Pass to Campbell. He finishes it with the right hand off the glass. Nice, good transition basketball from the Liberators to open up an 18-point lead here with 2:04 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Landon got a little reach-in foul there on the inbounds, and that's going to send the Goblins to the line. Bonus here with 2:04 left in the third quarter. And a little contact there when Campbell went up. That could have easily been an and one.
I thought we might get it. Tell you what, Lorenz now is 0 for 4 from the free throw line, and I'm sure that's the last thing you want to see from your point guard.
Yeah.
Lorenz with 14 points tonight.
Gonzalez checking back in for Landon, giving Landon a breather here. 51-33 with 2:04 left in the third period.
Campbell leads all scorers for the Liberators. He's got 19. Nice rebound there by Adams. Here's Giglio. Great bounce pass to Campbell. Misses the little chip shot. Gonzalez with the rebound all the way to the basket. Misses, and there's Campbell with the tip back in for his 21st point of the night.
He's an animal.
What a game for Wyatt here to open up the 25-26 campaign.
How many does he have in the second half? Are we counting that? I think he's probably
he had 5 in the first half, so he's got 16 here in the second half. And the thing about it is he's 9 for 10 from the floor and 1 for 3 from 3. So having a great shooting night.
I think the only failure he had is he didn't try to dunk that fast break there. And I've seen him dunk. I know he can. So I'm going to give him a little grief on that one.
Wyatt's going to get a break here. Lorenz hits the first free throw. That's the first one he gets to go down. He's 1 for 6 from the line. Now he gets the second one to go. Lorenz has got 16 for the Goblins, 53-35 with 1:40 to play here in the third quarter. Liberators with the basketball. Gonzalez left wing. Nice pass into Polk. Kicks it back out to Adams for 3. Short, no good, and that ball's going to get out of bounds to going back to the Goblins. Great ball movement again there by the Liberators.
I mean, you can't hate that shot. Obviously, it didn't go in, but, man, if we can get open looks like that, we'll be all right.
You bet. Here's Lorenz against Giglio. Graham drives left baseline. Nice reverse pivot into the lane. Off the mark. No good. Rebound to Bliss. Bliss across the timeline. Giglio down the right wing to Adams. Thought about driving right baseline. Dribbles it back out. He swing the ball back around to Bliss on the left wing. Cross court to Adam. Now he's going to drive right baseline, and that better be a block.
Yeah.
And they will.
He was hesitating.
He's thinking about it. James he was leaning into that as Adams was trying to get to the basket, drew some heavy contact, and Adams will be going to the line to shoot 2. Adams short on the first Ankrum Law Firm free throw. Kenyon's 1 for 3 from the line. Second one's up, short, no good. Now he's 1 for 4. And the ball goes off the Goblins out of bounds, and the Liberators will retain possession underneath their own goal.
And once again, Bliss really aggressive on a free throw offensive rebound and caused it to go off the leg of the Goblins and retain possession.
Wyatt's done a lot of things that won't be on the stat sheet tonight.
Yep.
Inbounds into Giglio. Polk working in the post, kicks it out. Good ball movement by the Liberators. Polk again at the elbow, right elbow. Down to Ingold for 3 on the left wing. Short, no good. Rebound to Lorenz, and here he comes. 2-on-1. Gonzalez hustling, cuts him off. Nice shot. Great pass by Lorenz. Down to Magnus to finish with the left hand. 53-37. 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Looks like the Liberators are going to play for the last shot. Now it's 17-14. Giglio at the top of the key. Now to Polk at the elbow with 9. Back to Giglio, top of the key with 6. Off the back of his foot. And Coach Hoig wants a timeout here with 4.4 seconds to go.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a full or 30-second timeout.
Let's see here.
It's his first timeout.
30 seconds. 30 seconds,
We'll just keep it here.
Yeah, so you can see a little life coming back in for the Goblins. So that's the thing we don't want to happen. We don't want any momentum to swing here, and we've seen that just a little bit. They've gotten a few easy baskets, and just a really good look from Lorenz down low for that quick, easy 2. But you can just see there's just a little bit of pep in the step of the Goblins right now.
There is, and, with a 16-point lead, that's not insurmountable here in a quarter of play. This timeout brought to you by Blackrock Arms.
Let's see what Robbie...
That's the first timeout that we've taken tonight, isn't it?
I think so. Let's see what Robbie draws up here with 4 seconds left.
4.4 seconds to go. Ingold to inbound in front of the Liberator bench. To Polk. Right elbow, kicks it out to Bliss at the right wing. He puts up the 3-point shot, no good. And that'll be the end of the third quarter where Bolivar leads 53-37. This is Bolivar Liberator Sports, brought to you tonight by Mid-Missouri Bank and MoSportsZone.com. You're listening to Your Country 99. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
And Dwayne, as we go into this fourth quarter, it's sponsored by Hometown Furniture here. As we go into this fourth quarter, I think we dominated that third quarter, except if you just take the last, 45 seconds of that quarter. You take that out of the mix, we really dominated that. It's really important we come out with that same momentum we started the third quarter with, come out with that same momentum in the fourth quarter here.
It is, and I think if we do that, we'll seal the deal here early in the fourth quarter. Scoring-wise right now for the Liberators, Colton Ingold has, is that right? Does he have 23? I think the scoreboard's wrong.
Yeah, they've kind of messed a few things up there.
Yeah,
Campbell's
Colton's got 11. Landon Young's got 4. Polk's got 4. Matt Giglio's got 7. Canyon Adams has got 5. Wyatt Bliss with 4, and then Wyatt Campbell's got 21. Liberators have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Giglio top of the key. Nice seal by Colton on the inside.
And one.
Okay, this is just another great play by Coach Hoy. He gets the isolation there with Colton on Lorenz, and Giglio makes a great bounce pass in. Colton strong with the finish, gets the foul, makes the shot.
Yeah, and we've kind of talked about that. He's got the advantage there, and he is so good down low. That is such a great design play, and that's the fourth foul for Lorenz. That's also important.
You bet. Ingold misses the opportunity for the three-point play. Goblins get the rebound and got a foul on the Liberators. It's going to be Bliss's third foul. 7:44 to go. 55-37 Liberators. Magnus to inbound to Lorenz, guarded by Giglio. Little pick and roll at the top. Lorenz all the way to the goal, shoots it clean over the goal.
Yeah.
But he's going to draw the foul. I believe that's going to be Wyatt Campbell, isn't it?
A little bit of a bailout there with the foul call, because I don't think that was getting anywhere near the rim.
That thing had a better chance of going off the shot clock than it did the backboard. Lorenz has found his way at the free throw line after missing his first 5 in a row. I think he's hit, I know that's 3 in a row that he's hit. His second one's short. Ingold with the rebound, cross half court, hits Polk on the right wing. Wyatt had James sealed down, or Magnus sealed down there, but trying to get in the ball.
Right idea. Polk had the right idea. I think that was probably better suited for a lob over the top.
Here's that same play again.
Oh, great move.
Colton throws it into Bliss, or Campbell in the corner, steps in bounds, gets it back, and makes a great fake to his right, comes back to the left. And
One thing he does really well is he sets his man up to then turn the other way, and here he goes.
Good denial by Colton. You know what I call that, Josh? Colton played for me for a long time, and that's not using your short arm. You use that lead hand to knock the ball away. And we used to have a joke about that. You couldn't be caught short arm or anything.
Yep.
Lorenz to James, back to Hill, down the lane, back to Lorenz.
He stepped out of bounds there, Dwayne.
Yeah. He hadn't established himself back in bounds. They throw the ball back to him, and he just hadn't got it back in bounds yet. 7:02 to go, 57-38, Bolivar.
Robbie's calling out a play here. Let's see what he's got designed.
I'm going to bet you this ends up in Colton Ingold's hands in the post.
Looks like they've got him.
Poke to Giglio. He drives. Nice little Euro step. Misses the shot. There's Campbell. Almost comes down with a one-handed rebound. Great hustle by Wyatt, and the ball goes out of bounds.
I like the aggressiveness there.
You bet. Lorenz across half court. Down to Hill, drives the baseline, back out to Lorenz for 3. Short, no good. Rebound to Polk. Gets it to Colton, up to Bliss on the left wing. Back to Colton. Surveys the court, drives right down the middle of the lane, all the way to the glass, and they're going to count the basket.
Count that. A little continuation, I like it. A really aggressive drive, a rip and drive there by Colton. And I think the guy is going to overrule it and say it was on the floor.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. No basket.
And I just don't understand how that can happen, how you can overrule another ref who makes that call there. Seems like that would be a judgment call that's reserved to the guy that called it.
Yeah.
Of course, I would say the other thing if it was going in our favor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'd love to see that referee come in. And that's going to be James. That's his 5th foul.
Okay, so James is out. Lorenz is in danger, as well as Graham.
Here's that same inbounds play back to Ingold. He kicks it out to Young. Drives down the lane. Great pass by Landon to Colton. And Colton draws the foul from Graham, and that's going to be 5 on him also. great job by Landon. Saw the opening, drove down the lane, jump stopped, and kicked it off to Colton, and Colton drew the foul.
I think Colton's just a little upset he didn't go ahead and finish that in for a and one.
I think you're right. 6:16 to go here, 57-38 Bolivar. Colton 3 for 5 from the line tonight. Eyes the first one. Up and good. Another Ankrum Law free throw. Bolivar opens up the lead to 20. And Ingold with the second one. Nothing but the bottom. Liberators lead by 21 with 6:14 to go. Here's Lorenz, guarded by Giglio. Right wing. Is swung around to Hill on the left wing. Thought about the three-point line. Down Lorenz on the left baseline. Kicks it back to Rokovich. Sorry, Josh. I couldn't get my mic. Couldn't get my mic out of the way. Probably blew everybody's ears out.
It woke me up a little bit.
Rokovich with a three-point shot gets it to go. Here's Ingold at the other end. His three-point shot is short, and I don't think Coach Hoyga probably like that. Here comes Ben Berry into the game. He'll give Wyatt Campbell a
it was a great move to create space by Colton. I think he just zapped himself of energy before the shot there and missed it by about a foot.
I think you're right. Lorenz guarded by Giglio. Man, Giglio does such a great job guarding the ball. Here's Landon. Out to Magnus. He misses the three-point shot. Rebound to Giglio. Tried to get it up to Colton. It's picked off by Hill. Hill's going to take it coast to coast with the left hand to cut the lead to 17. Bolivar at the basketball. Landon Young met to Colton at the top of the key. Giglio gets reversed back around to Colton Ingold with a seal by at Bliss.
And once again, they either foul us or they give us 2 points. What a seal by Bliss. Good look. Good ball movement by the Liberators.
And intentional basketball.
Yeah.
When that ball is getting reversed, that post player has been taught, and he knows that when it gets reversed, if he'll do a good job sealing, he'll get the ball back. And that's exactly what happened. Ingold to inbound.
And we got a moving screen, I think, on Bliss there. Let's see what they do. Yeah. Bliss kind of moved a little bit on the screen. I think it was going to be there. Campbell had some space, but unfortunately they called the foul.
That's why it's fourth foul.
All right, so we got Lorenz bringing the ball up here with 4:45 left in the game here, 59-42 the Liberators. And looks like good pressure here by the Liberators here. Good pump fake by Lorenz for a two-pointer right there at the elbow. Really good move by Lorenz, and that gives him 21 points on the game.
He's had a nice ball game tonight. Liberators back with the basketball. Colton on the right wing. Here's Bliss, handoff back to Ingold. Nice pick and roll. Campbell all the way to the basket. Great little two-man game there from the right wing.
Both those guys, both Ingold and Campbell, just have such great hands with the ball and really good with those close-in passes.
Ingold with Campbell now with 23 points. And the Goblins had missed a shot there, and we were trying to push the ball up the left side and get called for travel. 3:58 to go, 61-44 Bolivar. And they do have the scoring completely messed up. They've got Ingold with 29 points.
Yeah.
That's not right. I'm sure he'd like to have 29.
Yeah.
There's Hill with the three-point miss. Magnus with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, just a little mishandle there on the rebound. Just getting a bit sloppy there. 3:40 left. It's important we go ahead and finish this strong.
Good baseline move there by Giglio. It's knocked away. And Colton picks it up, kicks it over to Wyatt Campbell, and he's going to get called for traveling.
Yeah, and obviously we're not in danger of losing this game at this point, Dwayne, but you definitely want to end on a really positive note, play clean basketball.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit sloppy here at the end, but the Liberators lead by 15, 3:21 to go. Here's Lorenz working against Giglio, hands it off to Rukovich, and he's going to travel again. He's going to try. He throws his hands in the air. He has no idea. All he has to do is watch the film.
Yeah.
He'll see what he's doing.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if it's a record, but it's sure close to travel calls in a high school basketball game.
Sure is. Just comes from watching, the NBA and the college game.
Yeah.
I mean, guys get away with doing lots of things.
Yeah, I have arguments with my kids all the time. The stuff like a James Harden can pull off, I'm like, that is not a basketball move.
That's right. Here's Giglio at the top of the circle from the right. Puts up the three-point shot. No good. Adams with the rebound. Turns to try to go up with it. Gets it knocked out of bounds. But the Liberators will keep the basketball with 2:42 to go in the game.
Of course, if you argue that, you just come across as a really old geezer.
Oh, yeah. We're both really old geezers, I guess. Liberators with the basketball. Giglio, top of the key, drives down the lane. Little floater up and good.
Good touch there by Giglio there.
Bolivar still in the full court man. Here's Rukovich for three. No good. Gets his own rebound. Blocked by Campbell, and I think that's going to be Adams that picks up that foul.
Yeah, and just because we always talk really good things about Ingold, I'm going to pick on him a little bit there. His man went up for a shot. Ingold went ahead and just took off down the court, and guess who got that offensive rebound? The guy that shot it.
That's right.
Instead of going ahead and finishing that out, blocking it out, and getting that board, the guy got a offensive rebound. Now he's on the line.
Wyatt Campbell, he just fouled out of the game, and what a way to start the season for the spark plug. I mean, he won't be the spark plug this year because he starts, but this guy has 20 into 25 or 23 or 25. Either 23 or 25 points. He missed two shots all night long, and what a game for Wyatt Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely. What a way to start the season.
Liberators with the basketball, 2:09 to go. Giglio right wing, back to the top. Ball gets reversed around to Young. Young to Ingold. Pressured by James. 1:52 to go. High pick and roll with Pope. Pope gets it, kicks it out to Giglio on the right wing. Cross court to Ingold. Shot clock's about to go off, and
that's only the second time it's been a factor. I keep forgetting that it's even on.
I do too.
And, certainly became a factor there.
It's a 35-second shot clock. I don't know, is that standard through high school basketball this year? I guess I should have known before I got on the radio.
I actually don't know. I know in tournaments you have the right to use it in a tournament, so we'll have to do some studying. It may have come into effect for this season. And we've talked about it. I actually really love the rule. Of course, Hindenburg and I'll talk about him. We did the Branson game last year, and we had a little bit of a disagreement on it. I think he's all about not having the shot clock, but I think it changes the game for the good. But the argument there is it changes the strategy a little bit. Of course, the argument's there. You can argue about the tush push and all that stuff and football, and you're going to have pros and cons of both sides of these things.
You are, and, really the shot clock takes that Princeton vibe out of, back. Of course, a lot of people won't even remember what I'm talking about, but I think it was Princeton who beat Georgetown in the NCAA tournament, and they'd sit there and pass the thing for 2 minutes and finally get Georgetown a backdoor cut. And the game's like 38-34 or something, and they end up upsetting him. So you kind of take that out of the game. There's Rukovich with a three-point shot, missed. Here's Pope with the rebound. Ben Berry, nice pass up to Kenyon Adams for the finish. Nice look by Ben. Up to Kenyon Adams, 66-48 with 1:09 to go. Young tries to strip Lorenz, and Lorenz gets by him, misses a shot from the elbow. Poke with the rebound. And here comes Giglio with 57 seconds to go. High screen for Giglio. Kicks it over to Adams. Now down into Pope. Nice move by Pope. Can't quite get it to finish off the back iron. And here comes the Goblins with the rebound.
Yeah,
there's it. Pesty landing young, knocks it out of bounds.
Good strong move by Pope. Went in a little flat on the shot, a little more arch there, and that goes in. But man, I like the power move he put out there.
Into the game for the Liberators will be Andrew Tennyson and Ethan Bailey. Get their first action this year, 41 seconds. Lorenz with a three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Poke. Clears it to Ben Berry, and he'll walk it up. Across the timeline, 32 seconds to go, hounded by Lorenz. Bailey to Adams. Over to Berry on the left wing. Tries to get it into Poke, knocked away by Magnus. But the Liberators will retain possession. And Max Berry into the game.
How about that? Two Berry boys
That's
out there.
Right, Josh. You got both your kids at the game at the same time here. First time this has ever happened at the varsity level.
That's the first.
Congratulations.
Yeah, feels pretty good.
Max inbound, lobbed pass into Bailey's knocked away, and the Liberators will retain possession here with 17 seconds. Leading by 18, 66-48. Max Berry to inbound. Didn't want to give it to his brother.
Yeah, no kidding.
Out high to Tennyson, back to Berry with 14 seconds. To Bailey. To Max Berry down the lane. Kicks it out to his brother Ben for three. Got it! Hey,
how about that?
The Berry to Berry connection. And what a way to finish it.
There we go.
So Bolivar's going to win this one tonight, 69-48. We'll be back here in just a minute with your post-game show brought to you by Warwick Electric. We'll take just a few minutes and we'll be right back. We may get an interview with either Coach Hoig or Coach Brian. We'll see if one of those guys come up, but we will be back in just a minute. You're watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening to Your Country 99.
Road and Clean Works. So what do? Let's make this simple. We stain and we clean. We stain decks, we stain fences, we stain houses, we stain concrete. We clean commercial buildings, we clean house exteriors, we clean fleets of all sizes, we clean equipment of all kinds. I'm telling you, we clean and we stain. Road and Clean Works, it's what we do. Contact us today.
Sometimes it gets messy out there. When it does, call Southwest Sewer and Septic, your local heroes for emergency septic pumping, septic cleaning, and sewer line repairs. Plus, they now offer porta potties for your job site or special event. For more information, visit southwestsewerandseptic.com or call 417-326-4330. That's 417-326-4330. Southwest Sewer and Septic. They make the dirty work easy. Proud sponsors of Liberator Sports.
You know what they say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Well, that's great, except when it comes to electricity. Better call Warwick Electric, locally owned and operated since 2005. Warwick offers all types of electrical service, both commercial and residential, using top quality materials and following current electrical codes. They're fully insured and licensed, so you can trust them with your electrical needs. Don't do it yourself. Call Warwick Electric today at 417-327-3674.
Navigating ever-changing tax regulations can be difficult, but not with the Winfield Tax Service. They've been serving Southwest Missouri for 60 years and are 4 generations strong. From individual to business tax needs, plus bookkeeping and payroll services all year round. They've got it all. Call 326-3326 or visit in person. Located on the northeast corner of the Bolivar Square. Winfield Tax Service, your destination for stress-free taxes.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Mid-Mo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Mid-Mo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Mid-Mo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic. They're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
What would happen to your kids, home, finances, or even your business in an unexpected life event? At Ankrum Law, we understand that planning for the future is a gift to your loved ones. This is Jesse Ankrum, and I'm ready to help you secure your legacy with expert guidance in estate planning. From wills to trust, we provide comprehensive solutions tailored to your unique needs. For more information or to book your free estate planning consultation, visit AnkramLawFirm.com. Ankrum Law, helping you protect what matters most.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
No matter where this season takes you, the Bank of Missouri is here. We know a better life begins with a secure financial future. As a community bank, we work with you to understand your priorities and the changes that affect your finances. So wherever life takes you, we're here to help, just like we have been for 130 years. Get started at bankofmissouri.com. Live well, play well, bank well.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where the Bolivar Liberators have just defeated the Harrison Goblins 66-48. Liberators go to 1-0 on the season. The Goblins drop to 1-4. And Josh, just an overall really good performance by the Liberators for the first time out.
Yeah, so when you first come out, you're kind of worried you might be a bit sloppy or just have kind of bonehead mistakes, and that really didn't happen today. I mean, we had the mistake here or there, but we definitely had way more success and just a lot of ball movement and really good team basketball.
Well, we'll take a little bit of time here. This is the Warwick Electric post-game show. I have not got word that we're going to see one of our coaches, but if we see them coming, we'll
and we do have a JV game that starts at 6 in the middle school, so that might affect if the coaches come up or not. But
yeah, I talked to them about it, and they just were they weren't sure, so we'll just see. But let's go over for Harrison, scoring-wise, their point guard, left-handed point guard, Lorenz, he ends up with 19. Hill ends up with 8. Rokovic ends up with 8. James with 5. Magnus with 4. James with 3, and Graham with 2. And, just looking at that lineup, I'm sure that they would have liked to have gotten a little bit more from Graham tonight. I mean, he really was no factor in tonight's game because he picked up early fouls.
Yeah, and credit to the Liberators. We had Polk would be on him sometimes. Campbell would be on him sometimes. Of course, Adams, our 3 big guys, played really good defense. So we kind of took him out of the game. He took himself out of the game by getting in foul trouble, but when he did have the ball, we really played him well too. Yeah. So I think it was kind of a double whammy there.
Now some other stats. Harrison ends up the game with 12 turnovers. They ended up 12 of 27 from 2-point range and 7 of 24 from 3-point range. Ended up 6 of 13 from the free throw line. So when you really look at the stats, and I mean, the stats don't seem to be that spread apart. As far as the amount of shots taken, the turnover situation was exactly the same. We turned it over 12 times. They turned it over 12 times. But really, it really was a Bolivar led from start to finish. I mean, Harrison got the first 2 points of the game, and then Bolivar led for the rest of the game after that. And really, the game wasn't that competitive. But, the stat lines are often different than what the game seems like.
Well, yeah, and so we took we were 26 for 33 from 2-point range. That's a really good percentage there. Now, I'd say 2 for 13 from 3-point. We wouldn't typically be satisfied with that. And really that last 3 came at the very end there. So I think Campbell had one and Ben Berry had another one. But typically we're shooting much better from the 3-point line. But when you're making 26 of 33 from 2, you don't really have to rely on the 3-pointer as much. And then you look at Harrison, they were 7 for 24. So they took essentially almost twice the 3-pointers that we took and still only about, 33, 35% there.
Yeah.
But just an overall well-executed game here. It looks like we might get Robbie to come join us here.
Yeah, here comes Coach Hoy. Shooting 79% from 2-point range is outstanding for the Liberators. I'm sure Coach is going to be happy. Let's get Coach Hoy on here.
And as he's getting set there, just a reminder that we will play the winner of Glendale and Belton. They play their game tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so we really won't know who we play till tomorrow evening. And that game will be 4 o'clock in the main gym on Friday.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We got Coach Robbie Hoig with us, and why don't you just talk a little bit about the game tonight? I mean, obviously, a great way to start the season.
It was. When you're playing Harrison, I said this the other day, my first head coaching game was against Harrison in the Forsyth tournament. They were the 1 seed, we were the 8. And I think we shot like 76%. But he does a great job. They've got 6 games in on us. So there's just a lot of stuff that's going to happen in that first game. I mean, the Jamboree feels like ages ago after that. So you just don't, our kids are going to really play hard, and they're going to share the ball, and they're going to really try to do what the coaches want them to do. And that's fun. Yeah. That's fun. And, I told the kids right now, and I know I've got Josh here, we've got 9 guys that are more than capable, in different situations. And we're trying to just see where those things get us, because we've got some redundancy of positions. A lot of guys that can play the same spot, and even Canyon. You take Canyon now; he's a little bit more on the perimeter this year, and that takes some getting used to. And I thought we did a really good job of finding good shots. I thought the third quarter we came out really soft on defense, and then we over-adjusted and started going for home runs on defense. And then a team that was really struggling to score, we put them at the free throw line. And that's typical in a first game. I mean, Landon and Matt and Colton and even Dorian, they can really guard the ball. They don't need to gamble.
Right.
They're doing their job by just wearing 21 out. And 21 can go.
Yeah.
He can go. But super, super pleased with the kids. Super pleased with how our energy was over on the sideline too. And that was a fun game to get. So.
Well, Coach, the Jamboree, we saw, great ball pressure. We saw guys getting out in the passing lanes. I know that's the way you want to play your man-to-man defense, but we were solid in the Jamboree. We come out, really exhibit that same thing against, a Harrison team that has a good point guard. And really, I felt like we made him uncomfortable from the beginning, with the different guys. Matt guarded him some, Landon guarded him some, and even Wyatt Campbell guarded him some, and really, he really never got going.
Yeah, I mean, he had 21, but they were really hard shots.
Yes, they were.
We're okay with people scoring points when they're like, we always say the team that takes the hardest shots probably isn't going to win.
Right.
And when they made some hard shots. They hit an end of shot clock 3. The 3 in the corner on Bliss was pretty tough. The jump shots I think he hit 3 or 4 of those things. Yeah. So you take those out, you force a miss there. A couple times, I don't know why we did this, but Colton did it, Giggs did it. We can test the shooter and that we take off. Yeah. And sure enough, it comes right back to them, and sure enough, they're going to bang the next shot. Those are things that our guys know better to do. I just felt like once the game was at 15, I think they wanted it to be easy. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to earn it anymore. You should never play the scoreboard, and that's hard. It's hard for high school kids. to understand that. But, that's what we need these guys to do. They should be. We've got 3-year varsity guys on the team. We got multiple guys that logged a huge amount of minutes last year. And even the guys that it might be their first taste of varsity, they still are seasoned players for us. So,
well, and Wyatt Campbell. Let's talk about him just for a second. I know you don't like to talk about individuals that much, but Wyatt, what a terrific way to start the season. I think he ended up 10 of 11 from the floor, from 2-point range, and really ran the floor, created some easy baskets for you. And then after he scored, he was one of the first guys back down to defend too. So just a great effort from Wyatt.
If you've been around Wyatt at all, he's one of one. He's a Mount Rushmore guy for us, like Cooper Bushy and these guys that just have such a belief in the people around them and a belief in what we try to be about. And, with Wyatt, many of those scores were off of dump downs or kickouts by the other guys, which that's all we want. We want our assists to be high. If we have, 30 made field goals, we want 19 of those to be assisted. And, I kind of got onto Colton there at the end. We come right down with it. And that's certainly a shot Colton can hit. But when a team can't guard you, you don't have to. And that's what these guys do over and over again. Certainly it was Wyatt on the receiving end of a lot of that stuff. But it was still a team effort. We say it's not one guy that scores. It's 5 guys and 10-hand score. And that's how our offense is. That's how our defense is. We want to be multiple guys, like you said, on the ball. It's runoffs. You're going to be guarding everybody, and no one should get really good to take a break against us. So I really was impressed with even Lucas and Canyon. Like, their perimeter defense has improved a lot since last year. And we saw it in the Jamboree too. But we were able to see it out here. Certainly Glendale. It's going to be, if Glendale wins or Belton, both those teams are going to be high penetration teams. They're not going to be running motion. They're going to be running dribble drive. They're going to put it on the deck, and that'll really test our ability to shore up things and be good on the ball.
Well, Coach, really good job of, Josh and I noticed this a lot. We saw some mismatches tonight, and, compliments to you and your staff. Getting the ball to guys, and Colton had a mismatch there with Lorenz all night long. We ran that same inbound class. I don't know if they're not going to change it. Why did you change it? So, but several times, a good ball reversal with guys sealing underneath. They got to know it's coming, and, your guys are doing a really good job of looking 3 passes ahead.
Yeah, this team is really, in our minds, a little bit of a mixture of the 2022 group. I think they can get after it on defense a little better than that group. But that group, we were playing 4 forwards, and we can have 4 forwards on the floor. But I do think, and now those 4 forwards there were like 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". That's a different deal. Yeah. But we still have a matchup almost every time. Colton is not as tall as Kyle, but he still can play in a similar fashion from that guard position. Canyon can duck in on people. Wyatt, obviously, and Canyon, Lucas, all of it. So.
Colton at 6'2", something like that, but it seems like his arms are about,
and he's
8 foot long.
He reminds me of Dalton Kelly, just better in the perimeter than Dalton Kelly back in 2010. Just, you can't get a beat on that guy. He's just always, he's slick. So,
I know you got to get to a JV game.
Yeah, our future's got a big time win against Parkview. It was a game-winning shot. Dorian hit it, and then they turned it over. And this will be another battle with Republic, but. I kind of told our guys, we've got a lot of 2-way contract guys, what we call them, when you're looking at Ben and Max and Dorian, and really in some cases it might be Landon and Bliss, you never know, but those guys have a great opportunity to just really continue to build their game, and I'm just so pleased with how those guys have embraced that, because that's hard sometimes, but all the best programs, they have that. Willard had 6 juniors out there yesterday against Republic. Republic will have 2. The Parkview kid went for 30. He's a varsity starter. So it's just like last year, Parkview went to the Final Four. they had 2 varsity starters in that game against Parkview last year that were on a Final Four team, Class 5 Final Four. So I'm pleased with our group. They're a lot of fun, and we're going to try to keep getting better.
Well, we'll see you on Friday night, Coach, and best of luck. You bet. Appreciate you coming up. Coach Robbie Hoig there. Any last thoughts, Josh?
No, I echo everything he said. I think good momentum. And it sounds like whoever we get on Friday, we're going to have to be ready for some dribble drive, and that should be a fun matchup.
Well, and I think he brings up, something good. We're going to find out, can we guard the dribble drive? I mean, these guys, like you said, were a motion type offense, and we're going to see what we can do against them. It'll be good to see. But anyway, we'll be back on the air probably around 3:50 on Friday. And like I said, we don't know who we're going to play, but we will be playing at 4 o'clock in the semifinal action. Winner will go to the championship game, and obviously the loser will go to the third place game. But appreciate you listening in tonight. Tonight's games have been brought to you by Mid-Missouri Bank. We appreciate all of our other sponsors, our quarter sponsors, our post-game sponsors, and just appreciate the support for Liberator Basketball. And for Josh Berry, I'm Dwayne Banner, and we're going to sign off here. We will see you tomorrow night. This is Bolivar Liberator Sports. Been watching on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry 99. And from Willard High School, we'll say good night.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet.
This Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast is made possible by these great sponsors. Be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and support of our kids. These sponsors are Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Recreation Center, Southwest Sewer and Septic, Ankrum Law, Mid-Missouri Bank, Warwick Electric, Citizens Memorial Hospital, Roten Cleanworks, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Winfield Tax Service, Hometown Furniture and Mattress, Bolivar Flooring, Butler Funeral Home, Bill Grant Ford, Black Rock Arms, Animal Care Clinic, Oak Star Bank, Farmers Market of Bolivar, and Bolivar Plumbing, Heating and Air. Thanks for listening to this Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast made possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator.